So 90 Day Fiancé the other way has already begun, and I have to say the amount of hate Danielle is getting for dating Yohan is out of this world. So Danielle and Yohan met while she was vacationing in the Dominican Republic, and she said when she first met him she fell in love, and I mean, who wouldn't? Look at Yohan, he's gorgeous. But soon after they were married, and like any 90 Day Fiancé cast member, Yohan expected to make his way to the United States. But little did he know that Danielle actually didn't want to go back to the US, and she was planning on living in the Dominican Republic her whole life. Because if you guys didn't know, Danielle is having money troubles right now, and she filed for bankruptcy in 2022 after failing to pay a few of her debts. You know how people blink a lot when they're lying? So Yohan took his sugar mama, who can't wear clothes properly, to his new business that he started, and her reaction was so bad. I feel like every time I see Danielle, she's always either talking about sex or penises or Yohan's penis.
This is the size of my arm. Literally. It really is. I'm not even making that up. I couldn't move.
Danielle just casually telling her friends that Yohan's dick was so big that very fact that she couldn't move the next day. I mean, we all know the reason why she wants to stay in the Dominican Republic. And I can't really blame her, because sometimes that dick makes you do crazy things.
He can do anything he wants. He's 6'7" and has really big hands. He can cut up some meat, and I am willing to help him in any way that I can, as long as I don't have to deal with any of the meat.
A few moments later.
I hope he doesn't think that I'm going to be his sugar mama, because that's not my plan.
Danielle knew she hated this business as soon as she walked in. I mean, look at her face. Now this is the moment Danielle realized she was actually in a third world country and not in the US. Somebody please tell me why Danielle is leaking raw meat. Do people do this? Ew. Now, unlike how supportive she said she was going to be, Danielle did the exact opposite and was so disgusted by Yohan's butcher shop because he was keeping all the meat outside instead of it being in a fridge. And I think she could have kept the comments for later, seeing as how hard Yohan must have worked to open up this business. She's looking at the meat hanging up there like she's in a horror movie. I mean, Danielle didn't even try to hide her disgust.
Like, really torn, because I don't want to be like, what the is this? But I also am like, what the is this? Okay.
She's making sure Yohan sees that she's literally going to puke.
La carne se recibe.
Bugs.
Mosca.
Sí.
Toda la carnicería hay mosca por la carne.
En mi país no hay.
Estoy hablando aquí, no tu país.
No.
Ooh, it was about time someone told her, yes, Yohan. Like, I just hate Danielle's face. You can tell how Yohan is so disappointed and sad, but this is how she reacted. He was so happy in the beginning, and now look at him. He's so sad. You can see it in his eyes.
No esperaba eso.
But Yohan, what did you expect? Marrying a white woman who has never lived in these circumstances before.
Pensé que ella me iba a apoyar, me dice, mi amor, estoy orgulloso, me siento bien por tu logro. Y no, fue todo lo contrario.
Es porque yo estoy enferma cuando come carne aquí. Porque tiene bacteria.
No tiene bacteria la carne.
Porque
La carne está.
Look at her pretending that meat is so disgusting when only a minute ago she was licking it and putting it in her mouth. So pretending, Danielle.
He's really upset by my reaction, but I'm not sure that he knows how to manage a business.
I mean, Danielle saying this when she literally filed for bankruptcy last year. I don't think she knows how to run a business either. So according to the blogs, Danielle filed for bankruptcy in January 2022, and her liabilities totaled about $224,584 and $42, which is a lot, guys. And her filing also showed that Danielle was actually living above her means, so she doesn't know that much about money. She was bringing in $1,300 less than what she was spending living in New York. So how is she advising Yohan again? Danielle couldn't even afford to pay her rent every month, and she owed $36,000 in rent for an apartment in Yonkers. And that's not it. She also had business debt in the filing for her EZ pass, which totaled $80,000, along with her student debt, which is over $60,000. And many people are thinking that's why Danielle is running to the Dominican Republic and doesn't want to go back to the US, much less with Yohan, when she's currently in debt and doesn't have a way to pay any of it. Is it even smart for Yohan to be taking business advice from her now? But he doesn't know that she's bankrupt and she doesn't know how to spend her money, so maybe.
Yo quiero ayuda a ti, porque tengo un programa to explain it easier. So you can put all of this in a computer and understand how much money you're making and how much money you're spending, so you can see if this business makes sense. I don't know how
It's like Yohan already knew it's a lot of bullshit Danielle is saying.
to say that in Spanish, but this doesn't make sense to me.
Entiendo los números.
Even after Yohan tells Danielle he understands what he's doing with his business, Danielle is still not having it and thinks she knows better than him.
I can't breathe in here. I need to go outside.
And Danielle didn't need some air, she just needed somewhere to talk down on Yohan where he couldn't hear.
It's extremely frustrating that he is trying to run a business without understanding how much is coming in and how much is going out.
Didn't we all hear Yohan just say that he understood the numbers?
Entiendo los números.
Either something is wrong with Danielle or she just thinks Yohan is too dumb to understand anything.
Like, one of the things I wanted was for him to open a business so that he can make more money, and it seems like he's now taking all the money from the job that he already had to pay for this business.
So she wanted him to make more money, but when he's trying, all she can do is knock him down.
And so, like, how is he going to pay for an apartment? How is he going to pay for food? How are we going to have a baby?
So Danielle never thought about Yohan's financial situation when she was moving across the world for him. Who exactly is the dumb one here?
I'm afraid for the day where he's like, yeah, by the way, I can't pay all of this because I don't make enough money, so I need you to give me money, because that's not going to be an option.
I mean, how mean is Danielle? This is your husband. Now Danielle comes back with that stupid look on her face and tries to show Yohan how to use an Excel sheet, because I guess that's what she uses to run her own yoga business. But did that help her not to get bankrupt? No. So I think this whole thing about Danielle knowing better than Yohan is just a scam, and she just thinks she's smarter than him because she's from America and
I don't
he's
even
from
know
a
what the word
third
is. Like, I was just
country,
taken aback.
which is
I was
just
really
stupid.
grossed out, and I feel like he's running a business the way that I would run a lemonade stand.
So Danielle does Yohan's books and finds out that he's actually spending more money than he's making, but girl, he just began the business, so of course he put in a lot more capital than what he's getting. But which business, as soon as it opens, gets a profit? And Danielle should remember that she's not in the US, but instead she's in the Dominican Republic, so the person with more knowledge about how to do business there is Yohan.
Where did you get the money?
Del negocio.
I feel like I'm playing who's on
¿De
first.
dónde lo van a pagar?
I don't know how to ask the question any other way, so
Del
where
negocio que se paga, de aquí se paga todo. ¿De dónde lo voy a pagar?
I mean, the way Danielle laughs at Yohan is so infuriating. She treats him like a child.
I'm trying to be patient, but I don't understand how I'm supposed to build a life with someone who can't even be bothered to do basic math. Either that or he's just being really stubborn and won't admit that he's making a mistake. But Yohan and
I mean, look at Yohan's face. It's like he's going to cry. She just crushed all his dreams, and I feel so bad that he married this woman.
a married couple, so any debt that he takes on is also my debt. So I hope he doesn't think that I'm going to be his sugar mama, because that's not my plan.
Yeah, clearly that's not her plan because Danielle is in debt.
¿Tú me entiendes? Yo me siento molesto porque ella quiere opinar de algo que no sabe. La verdad no sé cómo la que tiene que apoyarme, la que tiene que motivarme, ¿le entiendo?
You're doing a great job.
Now, Danielle only said that because Yohan called her out for being such a bitch to him.
We're done.
Gosh, angrily walked out and left Yohan standing there swatting his flies.